This walleye is so big. Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay. Whoa. Dinosaur. Here. There we go. Okay.
Clara, why are we here?
Okay, zoom in on my face.
Okay, ready?
Picture of it. Here, wait. I'm gonna take a video of Mille Lacs. So it's over there. That's where it is. Over there. Whoa, it's really big. Oh my gosh, look at that. Whoa, crazy. Damn, that is really big. Hello, my mysterious subscribers. Hi, everybody. I want to tell you all about this lake. It's called Lake Mille Lacs, but it used to be called Lake Nahgahnub. Lake Nahgahnub, way back in the day. And it's a really big lake in, is it in northern Minnesota? I think it's in like the midpoint. It's not quite northern Minnesota, but it's at like kind of the mid-northern point of Minnesota. And I went there in the wintertime. And when I went there, I brought this book up with me. And the book, oh, what is the book called? It's this book I got in the Twin Cities when I was like 14 or 15. It's called Messengers of the Wind. Native American Women Tell Their Life Stories. Edited by Jane Katz. Well, I brought this book up with me just because, something to read. I only got a glimpse of Mille Lacs. There are cabins and such on the beaches of Mille Lacs, but they're all like really expensive, like in the millions and stuff, I think. It's like a secret gathering of millionaires out there. I brought this book up with me, and I read in chapter 21 of my book by Esther Nahgahnub. She's from the Fond du Lac Ojibwe tribe and the Chippewa tribe. That's what I believe it said. I read this in the book at the same time that I was there. It was the nighttime, so I was sitting on my bed, and the window outside was dark. Okay, so in this book, Esther Nahgahnub said that her grandfather was the chief of the Fond du Lac band, the last chief, and lived on Mille Lacs. Now I'll just read a quote from her book. Quote, "My grandfather was chief of the Fond du Lac band, the last chief. My grandparents had the best beach on this lake, Nahgahnub Lake. It's called Big Lake now by the whites who live on it, Mille Lacs. My grandparents eked out a living on that beach. They had a little shack right here and sold candy bars and charged people a dime to swim. Everybody was angry when my grandfather didn't want to let people put in electricity. But he knew that once we put in electricity, the whites would shove the Indians off the lake into the swamps and onto little plots of land here and there. And that's exactly what happened. Still, we held on to our little piece of land until Northwest Paper reared its ugly head. The VP of the company wanted my grandparents' land. He hired big-time attorneys to take it. People came and jacked up the house, put it on a trailer pulled by a tractor, and down the dirt road it went, followed by my grandparents. Some of the white people felt bad, but how do you fight big money? It absolutely broke my grandfather. It broke that old man. Tore his heart out. He was in his late 60s. A few years later, he lost his wife, my grandma, and he went after her as soon as he could, about 3 months later. They wouldn't allow him to be buried here because he wouldn't accept Catholicism, not even on his deathbed. They shipped him off in an ox cart to be buried in Wisconsin. Once people got electricity, the whites started building their cabins and houses on the lake, and they are still there, pumping their body excretions into the lake. It's a tragedy. I wouldn't eat a fish out of that lake now." End of quote. Well, I tell you, I was sitting there and I read that and I was like, wow, oh boy. Then I looked up at the clock and it said 10:10 on the clock. Very interesting. I just decided to bring this book with me on a whim. Alright, make sure the fish is in there.
One, two, three, here I go.
I think the video is on.
Yay, Mille Lacs.